Oakland, California. Stephen Curry went to bed Friday night thinking he and the rest of the Golden State Warriors would convene Saturday for their first day of practice to decide whether they would be making the NBA champions' traditional White House visit when they travel to Washington in February. He woke up to 20 text messages telling him that choice had been made for him, thanks to President Trump's tweet that Curry's White House invitation had been rescinded. "It's surreal, to be honest," Curry said after that practice had concluded at the team's facility in downtown Oakland. "I don't know why he feels the need to target certain individuals, rather than others. I have an idea of why, but it's kind of beneath the leader of a country to go that route. That's not what leaders do." In between Curry's meeting with the media Saturday afternoon and his impassioned defense of why he would be voting against a possible White House visit 24 hours earlier, plenty had happened. The combination of President Trump both attacking NFL players for failing to stand during the national anthem during a political rally in Alabama on Friday night and his tweets about Curry and those same NFL players Saturday morning had unleashed a torrent of responses condemning his actions from the sports world. One of the first to speak up was LeBron James, who called Trump a bum in a tweet and later posted a video on Uninterrupted with his expanded thoughts on the matter. "We all know how much sports brings us together," James said. "For him to try to use this platform to divide us even more is not something I can stand for and not something I can be quiet about." James wasn't alone. Chris Paul, the president of the National Basketball Players Association, sent a pair of tweets attacking Trump for his stance. Curry's teammate, Draymond Green, asked in a tweet of his own, "Still wondering how this guy is running our country," while Green Bay Packers tight end Martellus Bennett fired off a series of tweets on the matter. Among them, the idea of "at real Donald Trump thinking that suggesting firing me from football, sick, confirms that he thinks that it's all I can do as a black man." Buffalo Bills running back LaShawn McCoy, meanwhile, called Trump a a-hole. Later Saturday, North Carolina announced its men's basketball team, which won its latest NCAA championship this past spring, won't be visiting the White House, either, though school spokesman Steve Kirshner told the Raleigh News and Observer it was a scheduling issue. "We couldn't find a date that worked for both parties," Kirshner said. "We tried about 8 or 9 dates and between, they couldn't work out that date, we couldn't work out that date, so, we would have liked to have gone, but not going." He also added that the White House had officially extended an invitation, and that the players on the team were fine with going. That wasn't the case with the Warriors. While General Manager Bob Myers said that he'd had extensive conversations with at least one White House representative about a possible visit, and had planned to circle back and discuss the matter further after the planned meeting Saturday morning, there was no longer a need to after Trump's tweet. Before the team finished practice Saturday, it released a statement saying it was disappointed it hadn't been given the chance to discuss its decision before Trump made it for them, but that when they come to Washington to play the Wizards on February 28, in lieu of a visit to the White House, we have decided that we'll constructively use our trip to the nation's capital in February to celebrate equality, diversity and inclusion, the values that we embrace as an organization. Washington Mayor Muriel Lee. Bowser later welcomed that idea in a statement, which finished with, "And if anyone ever tells you that you cannot come to D.C., tell them Mayor Bowser invited you." NBA Commissioner Adam Silver later put out a statement of his own, saying that he had been in favor of the players making the White House visit to speak their minds directly with the president and was disappointed that wouldn't be happening, but that more importantly, "I am proud of our players for taking an active role in their communities and continuing to speak out on critically important issues." The league's Players Association responded in kind. Warriors coach Steve Kerr, meanwhile, said he learned about what happened much like Curry, when his wife tapped him on the shoulder in the morning. "I was half asleep, and she said, 'There it is,'" he said with a smile. But Kerr, who has never been shy about his own political beliefs, couldn't help getting in a few subtle jabs during his media availability. "I was not surprised," Kerr said of Trump's tweet. "He was going to break up with us before we could break up with him. That's the way it goes." Then, when he was asked if recent events in Charlottesville, along with Trump's reaction, played any part in how he